Hello, my lovely cuties. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Noemi. I am the creator behind n.r.b Crafts, and today we are going to be making a tumbler using washi tape. And it is a fairly simple design, but the outcome is super pretty. This is a perfect tumbler for anyone who doesn't necessarily like glitter on their tumblers. I mean, I love glitter on my tumblers. It's very nice, very shiny. um, but any type of washi tape that you have laying around, or if you go to Michael's, I know sometimes they have like a pack of like 36 or something for $20. I honestly haven't gone to Michael's in the longest time. Um, so for this tumbler, you can use pretty much any um, design that you want. I am doing this um, horizontal stripe situation type of thing going on, and that first piece, the polka dot piece, is a piece of washi tape. To be honest, I have had most of these washi tapes for the longest time, and I cannot remember where I got them. But this that I am applying right here, this is double-sided adhesive, and that I will have linked in the description in my Amazon favorites. I did get this off of Amazon. So this I am just going to use to add just a little bit of sparkle at the end once I finish putting all of the washi tapes on the tumbler, and going to add just a little bit of glitter so that it's not completely, dull. um, just to have kind of a little attention grabber on this tumbler. And I am trying to align the seams of each washi tape as best as I can where I am placing them. So all of my seams are going to be on one side instead of like having one seam in the front, one in the back, one on the side, and just trying to keep it kind of coordinated. Um, I guess you could say. um, but yeah, this is a fairly simple one. So I am gonna just time lapse the rest of this so that this video won't be too long, and we'll be right back. Alright, so now that all of our washi tape is on our tumbler and our stripes of double-sided adhesive, I am just going to remove that little release paper that is on the adhesive, and I am going to start going in with my glitter. And I am going to be using 3 different colors today. 2 are from Wildflower Glitter Co. One is Miss Piggy, and the other one I believe is called Lil Flamingo. And I am also going to be using a black that I got from Walmart. I believe it's in the color Onyx. I believe it is, if I'm not mistaken. And in hindsight, I actually should have started with the black. um, that's just something to keep in mind. You do want to start with your darkest color first. So, um, like always, you know what's new. I kind of mess up on my tumblers. Um, but if I were to repeat making this tumbler, then I would start with the black and then go in with my second darkest color and then finally my lightest color. Just because you don't want any of those black glitters to, kind of get stranded on the other colors. So you're just going to rub that glitter in, and yes, I know sometimes it's hard to get glitter off of your hands. You just really want to work that glitter onto the adhesive just because that is what is holding your glitter in place. If you would like to, you could probably go in with the second coat with Mod Podge and have your glitter be a little more defined. Uh, for this particular tumbler, I wanted my colors to be kind of muted. Also, if you wanted your colors to be a little more defined, you could have spray painted your tumbler white or whatever color, whatever main color you would be using. So here I just kind of wanted my colors to be muted just because those flowers have a lot of different colors and definitions in them and shades, and I wanted to kind of incorporate all of these different colors that the flowers had into the tumbler, and leaving the tumbler as just stainless steel. I think I achieved most of what I was going for. Like I said, I kind of did mess up with going in with my lighter colors first and then the black, but in the at the end of the day, it was fine. Black glitter for me just usually kind of spreads everywhere, and I don't know why. I just think it's a little bit harder to work with, but yeah. So after I finish rubbing in all of the glitter, I am going to seal my washi tape and those little stripes of glitter with some quick coat, and this is a sealer from Counterculture DIY. If you saw my video on Wednesday, I do go a little bit more into depth of what quick coat is. So if you would like to use also just Mod Podge, you could also use Mod Podge. I actually went in with a coat of the quick coat and then I went with a coat of Mod Podge just to make sure that I had a good like seal on the washi tape, because your epoxy will repel with just the washi tape if you don't seal it. So after I did my 30 milliliters of epoxy, I am going to take some vinyl strips just to kind of, break up all of the different sections and not have it so uniform, I guess. So these are just random sheets a vinyl that I already had cut out. That's something that I like to do personally. I like to kind of just size different lines and just cut the whole sheet. Like if I have a 12 by 12, then I'll do most of the sheet with different sizes, whether it's like a point 0.10 or a 0.15 or just depending. So here I am just actually using the scraps of my vinyl so that I can have a thin enough line, not so much where it's going to cover the little glitter sections and the washi tape, but just enough to break up those little pieces. And like always, you want to make sure you clean off your tumbler after you epoxy and that you have a smooth surface. And I like to clean in between each coat of epoxy just because it's going to be less work of cleaning up your tumbler at the end. And in all honesty, I don't really like this part of making tumblers, but it's something that you have to do, Um, even though the resin is FDA compliant, you want to make sure that you remove all of those little shards and you don't have any resin on it. Um, you know, it's just something you have to do. And I am also going to sand down that top rim to have a little bit of that stainless steel showing through so that my epoxy has something to grab onto once I go in with my final coats of epoxy. So like all of my other videos, I am sanding with a 80 grit sanding block and I am doing it at about a 45-degree angle. And so now I'm going to take those gold um, little pieces and just kind of going in where I see that I want to keep it kind of uniform, but then I kind of want to break it up. So I don't, I don't know how to explain it. So you just kind of have to go with the flow wherever, if you would like to just keep the tumbler as is and not apply any vinyl stripes, you could also do that and just I would honestly do like another coat of epoxy just to be on the safe side, especially with that bottom rim. Sometimes it can be very delicate if you have too thin of a layer, so that if for some reason it is dropped or whatever, um, it's not completely cracking at the bottom rim because, like we know, it is one of the more vulnerable spots of the tumblers. And for these lines, when I am applying them, I am also going to kind of eyeball where all of my seams meet up and also start applying my little vinyl strips where those seams are from the washi tape and the double-sided tape so that it's more uniform, you have all of your seams on one side of your tumbler and it's not looking kind of funky with seams all the way around your tumbler. So, like I said, I'm just going to kind of break this up and then I'm going to go in with those hot pink um, vinyl stripes and I am going to also apply them around my tumbler again, following where those seams are and making sure that they are all on the same side. And I am just trying to get these as straight as I can, to be honest. I am not the best at placing vinyl stripes straight onto the tumbler or like all the way around the tumbler. I kind of have issues, but um, at the end of the day, the tumblers end up looking nice and it's hardly noticeable that my stripes are a little funky and crooked. So yeah, after I finish this, I am gonna also seal it with some of that quick coat just to make sure that it doesn't repel on those metallic lines. And I am going to see you guys on Wednesday with another video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and make sure you hit that little bell icon to get notifications when I post my next video. Bye guys.